What is going on, guys? It's the Mad Dragon. We're back in Rugby 25 today for online. Online mode is out for the game. They have just cold dropped this hard out of absolutely nowhere. Unfortunately, it's so soon out of the blue. I haven't been able to arrange with either of the lads. Either I was trying to get Bears Gamer or Crashball TV to jump on and play an online game. I don't think either of them are around right now. Makes sense. They've just dropped this out of the blue. But that's okay. We're going to be jumping into to some online matches. We're going to test out how it feels. Does it work? Are we crashing, breaking? Is it brilliant? Are things fixed? Who knows? As always with these videos, of course, I'll do loads of different timestamps and chapters in the video timeline and stuff for you guys to skip along as you wish. We'll start out by talking about the patch notes. Now, they've released the patch notes today. This isn't Early Access 6. It isn't a new one. This is for Early Access 5. It's like catching up on Early Access 5. So the patch notes are actually Early Access 5 patch notes that we've just never had. So a lot of the stuff included, there's also a video that, you know, with like Matt does the voiceover for the videos and they show off what's in the Early Access. They've also got a video out. Won't play that in this video. You can go check that one out yourselves. But that video is just basically explain what Early Access 5 was, which we've had for like a month. So not that much to sort of go over with that sort of stuff. We already knew about the new stadiums, the new teams, the support running plays, all that kind of stuff. So just to give a bit of a rundown what they've given us patch notes for this one. They've added the first pass of online quick match. First pass of EA online quick match plays 5-minute halves utilizing any of the Early Access teams. So you can't just go with your created 99 across the board rated teams. 5-minute matches is probably good. I know the longer the matches, the more likely there's probably going to be an issue, so we get to test that out. 5-minute halves. Added camera field of view slider. Adjustment of the field of view for gameplay camera has been added to the settings menu. This allows the gameplay camera to be zoomed in or out from the default. That's kind of interesting. Sometimes I do feel like the camera is a little bit close and I would like to have a slightly wider view of someone that plays on the side camera, because I like to be able to see more of the pitch rather than play end on, where I feel like it's a bit easy to sort of target kicks. I quite like it being TV realism, so I kind of like the idea that I can actually maybe view outwards a little bit more. Added offside line options. Added a setting to disable the display of offlines for player indicators. That is something you guys asked for a bunch in the videos for Early Access 5. Is, you know, these new lines have been added. They're on screen. A lot of you guys typically don't like some of the more graphics on screen. Can we turn them off? The answer is no. They have now got an option to be able to turn them off, which is a good option, good sort of quality of life thing for the game. Improved lineouts. Removed occurrences in a lineout ending with a player tackles instead of a maul being formed. I hope that also includes being able to throw the ball to the middle jumper, because you actually couldn't so far through Early Access 5. We'll give that a test today. Improved animations. Further gameplay animation has been added, both for gameplay animation and various cutscenes. Hey, I like all that sort of stuff to do with more cutscenes and stuff and little bits like that. Hopefully we get to see some more of them today. Improved UI. The flow of the UI is improved in some areas and changed to prepare for future features. Resolved issue with missing settings for sock height. Yeah, a lot of you guys love your socks down in the player customization. Not something I've utilized massively. General stability improvements, we'll see. As is the way you've been with this early access so far. A number of improvements made, and then of course given all your feedback along the way. So some stuff to test out today. I really realized where my controller was. Let's jump in first of all with checking out some of these general settings. So, offside indicator enabled, disabled. Hooray! Fantastic. The offside lines are probably the bigger things. I would disable the offside line. The offside indicator might actually be kind of useful just to let you know who is on and offside, but until we've got all the laws and stuff in, I'm not really sure. They also feel like they've added a lot of smokiness in the background of this screen. I don't remember there being as much smoke. Keep the vibration on. The field of view, we've got a slider. I like the idea of a slider. The only problem is I have no idea what the slider represents. I would maybe like a picture below my face or something to show how that then looks in game, because other than just playing a game, like if I move it this way, has that made my field of view larger or zoomed in more? I don't know which one I don't know which one it means. Do I want less? Do I want more? I don't know. I'll keep it middle for now. At least I know what I'm doing. Conversion camera is standard, dynamic, standard. We'll keep it as standard for now. Lineout camera is standard or close. They still got those two options. Camera switch fixed because I play on the side camera anyway. Nothing else to do with audio and graphics, all looking the same as well. So that's all the settings and stuff. I don't think there's anything else. We'll have a quick look just to make sure. Oh, they've done some background things. Some things have changed. It's a bit more blue. Ooh, it's looking very blue. In fact, the player models look quite different as well as we're as this name, and it's all very blue. I got do I like it? I'm 50-50 on it. I mean, I'll see how it grows on me. I think it makes the player models look a bit more like arcadey almost. I'm just sort of having a look generally at like the body shape of players as well, all still looking. It's because the first player that we had looked like Gregory Aldrich looks stocky, looks like a big old unit, and I was like, oh, maybe they've changed some of the body sizes, but they all look kind of similar along the way. So they've changed a couple of the UI things. I'll see how that grows on me. I don't mind it. It does look more arcadey, more than like the sort of more realism. I'd want to almost see a side-by-side of that. But we'll jump into an online game. What's going to happen today? I'm going to preface the online first of all. We don't know what to expect from online. Genuine first game. Could crash 30 seconds in. Players could rage quit and kind of ruin the video, which is why I kind of wanted to film with one of the boys on the Discord, but unfortunately we're not going to do that. Hopefully there's not enough people in this game that we'll probably get someone who probably knows the channel, has probably already seen the videos before, because there's just not that many people playing through the game at the minute. Select players 1 or 2. Looks like you can add 2 players into the online multiplayer as well. We'll search for a quick match. We got off with a little clock to start us out with, and we'll see what happens. Is anyone even going to be around for a game? Who knows? I genuinely, this is again so why I was like, I kind of wanted to get some of the guys from the Discord in, because I knew it would be able to find it. There's something like 100 people who actually play this game in early access at the minute on PC, and they have to have not only already playing on PC on early access, but have this downloaded ready to go, and it didn't come out that long ago. We could be waiting a while to actually find a game. Well, we've gone past the 10-minute marker. Nobody's playing online. I've thrown it out at the Discord group as well. If anyone wants to just join in, then you can do. But there's nobody. Nobody's playing online. Well, we gave it another 7 minutes. Nobody's playing online. So let's jump into a game and we can test out what changes we make. Because I believe there are changes that have come with it, just in terms of the overall sort of gameplay. So we can take a bit of a look at it. Oh, we got the USA. Was the USA in it before? See, this is the issue when they don't list the teams. I generally can't think of who was in it before this patch. Croatia, Paraguay, Sweden. The USA just jumped out to me then of like, have we actually had the USA in the game before? Because it also looks like that's like a real player's face as well. Should we go as the USA? Let's mix it up a bit. Any other teams that sort of jumped out at me that maybe I haven't played as before? Scotland, Tonga, Georgia. Were Georgia in the game before? I genuinely can't remember. Let's play as let's do USA versus Georgia. We'll stay on the hardest difficulty. Someone was asking me about playing on the Dexcom stadium, so we'll play on Dexcom, and we'll jump into the game and give a bit of a feel. We can test out some of this field of view stuff, and we can get a bit of a feel for the game. Unfortunately, online is out, but nobody's playing. So not a lot we can do with that. So let's jump in. USA versus Georgia. And we can get a bit of a feel for what changes have come with the game. Because I've already seen you guys put in the Discord, even though nobody's playing online, that there are some slight changes to the game, the way the players are moving and stuff. So it's stuff I still want to check out as well. Any sort of new cutscene animations? These all look, I would say, the same as what we've experienced so far, right? Okay, looks like Georgia aren't in the game. It was just that I saw the Georgian kit and I couldn't think if Georgia had been in it before. No, so we've got number 10. But the USA players have names. I genuinely don't think the USA was in the game beforehand. So this can hopefully be... He just whistled again. He gave 2 whistles. Okay, well, we are lower. We are lower to the ground. Interesting. Okay. Hold on. So this is what the field of view looks like. So we're a little bit lower to the ground, which is not a bad thing at all. Let me test. I just want to quickly work out which is which. So, field of view. Let us now increase field of view to like 3/4 and see what that looks like. Okay, so the larger it is, the sort of further away you get. So this is more probably in line of what people have already play. Let's go for a cheeky kick downfield and see if we can get someone on the end of this already. Oh, it's a nice bounce. Hunting him down. We've got some posts phasing in. Oh, got around me a little bit there. I kind of liked it a bit closer, actually, considering what I was saying in the intro about playing slightly more out wide. I did press Y for a line up there. Let's see if we can go for B. Or, sorry, X. And we can throw to the middle again. Hey, lineouts have been fixed. Okay, and we've got a driving maul. Let's get our boys in there for a driving maul. Unfortunately, the players are still going to run away from the maul, which means first thing I want to do is take this ball and run this way. Okay, number 14 didn't care at all. He was just like, I'm having you right now. Let's try and spread out wide and see if we can get one more. Oh, that was not the guy I wanted. I was going for someone. I've also just got men screaming at me from the mall. The audio from the mall never went away. They just kept going, ow, ow, ow. Which is a little bit weird. Don't know why that's maybe a new little bug for in the game at the minute. But a decent little run forwards, and there is a bit of a movement action. They've got a bit of a tilt to them as they're running. Makes it feel slightly better. Okay, is this more? Oh, the cameraman is like in your face. And now he's in front of the kicker. Outrageous. What a way to put me off. But, you know, that looked like a slightly new animation. Sort of like a handheld camera moving around a little bit. But it certainly would be distracting for poor old Luke Carty here. Wanted to take a kick. He's smiling. He's happy with it anyway. Okay, let's go for it. Right, I want to test because they're going to do the kickoff again. Let me test what it looks like now then at like a quarter. How involved are we going to be from this field of view? Let's see how real sort of deep down we get. Kickoff comes in. Oh, we're right down. We're right down on the pitch. Oh, the ref said taken back, so I know not to kick it dead. Am I now still taken back or not? What's the rules going to be classified as? We are right down on. I kind of like this. I'm not going to lie. Hang on. Let me go right down. What does 0 mean? Am I literally pitch side? Am I on the pitch? I am pretty on the pitch.
Taken back.
Okay, on the very ground I lost all of the crowd sound. Interesting. I mean, it's not brilliantly playable. Because I genuinely can't... No, we're still going. I can't work out where I am. But I like it. It's something different. It's something unique, that's for certain. Like, I have no idea what space I'm working with. It's not very useful. But I like that it's an option. If you're just a psychopath who wants to play... as low as humanly possible. This is the way. Let's see if we can break up the inside. Come on, boys! Let's go for it! No, we can't quite get there. I mean, this is new. They also look like they've got a change to the clock, I've just noticed, where above the clock it now says first. I'm sure it didn't used to say that. Which is, you know, probably more useful for you know, newer players who maybe not sure about the time in rugby. Let's go for a bit of... I can't work out where the room is at all. But also, if the clock runs over the 40 minutes, you know, you might get to like 48 minutes. Is certainly something I've done plenty of times in this game. And you go, am I in the first half or the second half? Because you get stuck in the midfield. Let's go. Come on, boys. Quick passing. Get it out. Get it out. One more. Box kick. We'll go diagonally over that way and see who's on the end of it. My guy sprinted onto this. Oh, I don't know where it is. It feels like if anyone used to play games back on the days of like the PS1 games where you used to have fixed cameras and sometimes they would be in very unuseful places. It kind of feels like that. I'm determined to get a try like this because I feel like it's almost my own personal challenge now. One more. Go on, inside to number 7. Oh, couldn't quite get there. Come on, boys. Get in there. We're going to have to go further out. We're going to try and hit that gap in the middle. One more pass. Oh, no, not what I wanted. Oh, no, it's all gone wrong. What happened to us, boys? Oh, they've kicked it away. It's an excellent clip. Oh, in fact, I think that went straight out. I'm determined to. We'll test out some of the other camera angles. That's about all we've got for today's video, apparently, because we literally can't do anything. Okay, let's go to the back this time. Okay, we're on a charge. Here we go. One more. Nice little offload. Okay, here we go. Running diagonally. We're going to do the cheating mechanics. One more inside. Great support line by number 4. We got there. I was determined to get a try on that stupid camera angle. Really hard to use. Like this, though. I like that sort of panning across motion with the cameraman. And it's really low down as well. Yeah. much more of a challenge, I would imagine, rather than so on. Nobody can play like that, actually, right? That can't be a thing. Let me go back to the general settings and change that. Let's actually have a look at what the end balance looks like. Let's actually increase it slightly more to be slightly more close up. And see how that looks from behind the camera angle, because this could be a fun world of testing for me, and I enjoy stuff like this. Another conversion over. We are beating Georgia. What are we on? 14-0 so far. We're doing pretty well. Still the hardest difficulty, so it doesn't look like difficulty's necessarily been, you know, ramped up at all for doing this. Clears it away. Okay, oh, we're really far out. Not sure if I like this. I mean, you know, if you're someone who just you're playing on your own and you just want to, you know, beat another team. I've never been a big fan of the end on camera. We've still got the offside bar, the rucking bar I've just seen. We've still got the rucking bar on screen. Can I turn that off or not? I can't see it in-game. I've just noticed that is still there. So it is something on pitch which I still don't think is doing a lot for me. Yeah, I've never been a big fan of the end on end just because it feels too easy. You can see so much of the pitch and you can get those kicks away. With this increased field of view, like, you can really punish a team with kicks. You can really do quite a lot of damage. I can't select players at the lineout. That is something I am unable to do. Oh, wow, and we're just going. We are not messing around, boys. Didn't push any buttons then. It registered my inputs. Now, a little bit weird. Okay, we're going to go for one-off pass straight through the middle. Here we go. Number 10, hitting that gap. Oh, couldn't quite get there. We're in at that one. Oh, well, we got to go. We got to go up to the left here, right? So much room to work with. One more. Number 2. Oh, I couldn't get my hooker to get that offload away. There seems to be a lot more calls from the players now on the pitch, which is, you know, it's a bit more realistic to hear them actually, you know, sort of screaming and shouting to each other. They still like their hold the line. They still like that as a phrase. They like jumping on that one. Let's see if we can go a little pop pass out here. Oh, one more. Come on, we got to hit that gap there from the hooker. Yeah, there's a bit of sort of motion sway as they're kind of running. It feels kind of motorbike-esque the way they turn, but it would feel a bit more natural than where they sort of run Terminator style completely upright and just sort of turn on a dime. They've got a bit more of like a lean, like they're having to go with the direction they're pulling, which is quite nice. TMO gives it to us. Is that a new ref? I don't recognise that referee from, you know, sort of playing other versions of the game. There's some weird noise going on in the background. I'm not sure what that is. Let's go for a long-range kicker from here. A little halfway line kick. Conversion still going to be slotting through. Yep, we're still slotting through those 50-meter conversions with great ease. Let's change our field of view because this is pretty much the only thing we get to test out at the minute. Let me drop that down to like 3/4 this way then. So this should now zoom us in. On this one, didn't the side camera zoom in the bigger the bar was, but on the back end camera, it's going to zoom in more on the end one by having the bar less. That's a bit weird. Okay, this one's a bit tighter. It's been taken back. I like that the ref says taken back. Now that, you know, that does give you honest information that you need for the game. Let's go for one more pop pass. Again, because of the end camera, I can very quickly, you know, spot that I've got an overlap there. Could we go for a grubber kick here? Yep, a little grubber kick on, still going. It's a foot race. It's a foot race. I'm tapping X because that ball is not stopping. What happened to the ball? Just kept going. What happened to the momentum of that ball? Hang on. I certainly feel like that should have stopped, right? So we got there, got a little grubber kick on it, bouncing. It's not slowing down. It's not slowing down. It's still going. I feel like momentum on those sideways balls might need to be chopped down a little bit. USA then, to get us kicked off and underway. We'll play a bit more on this this sort of close-up. This is a better camera angle for me to do with... oh, are they going to go for the lift up? They're not going to get in there. We're going to go for the jump. No, we're not. I don't mind this more as like an end-on camera to be a little bit closer in. It feels... I honestly feel like having a really deep field of view from the behind the player camera is almost like cheating because you can just see the whole field. Whereas like the other camera angles, you might have to try and pick and choose your kicks with a bit more skill and a bit more talent. I feel like when you play from behind, you have all the field in front of you. You can easily spot where the space is and you just pick a kick and you just walk your way upfield. Let's see if we can get any turnovers. Let's see if the turnover feeling has changed. I still don't feel like the rucking bar means a lot yet. We've got 2 players in there. Now they've got 2 players. I've got 3. They've got 2. But the bar is still coming my way. Like... what does the bar mean at this point? If I have more players in that than them, and I still can't get a turnover, the bar just doesn't mean anything. It's still that numbers game. Good breakthrough by them. Oh, still going. Good shutdown. Get in there, boys. Good turnover. Let's rush in, pick that one up. Good job, number 6. Okay. Again, look how much room there is in that backfield. I could just exploit all of this. We'll play a bit closer now. I don't really want to just do the kicking strategy all the time because it feels a bit overpowered at the minute. The AI doesn't really know how to deal with your kicks all the way. Okay. That was taken back. Thank you for that information, ref. Right, little sidestep. Can't quite get the sidestep away. Can I actually try and steal a line out? It seems to want me to pick my jumper foot, which I don't mind. It doesn't feel like in Rugby 22 where you were trying to match your jumper to their jumper. It feels like it wants me to press front, middle, or back as a selected jumper before the animation starts to do the line out. Where are my guys from that maul? So it feels more like the older style rugby games where you just pick. Oh wow, Georgia on the break there, where it feels like you need to pick your jumper first, and if you get it right, maybe then you get to steal it, which is not a bad system. It feels more arcadey. It feels more like a video game as opposed to like in Rugby 22 where you were trying to match your opposition's jumper. You had to throw the dummy jumpers to try and throw your opponent off. The AI still monsters at the bump off, which I still struggle with. I really don't quite understand the timing. There he goes. Georgia lining up for the kick. It's a shame Georgia aren't in the game. Right, come on, USA. Let's sort ourselves back out here. Right, I want to go back to my my main camera setting because I know what I'm doing there, and I kind of want to keep it a bit more zoomed in. What does all the way zoomed in look like? Is this going to be outrageously far away? Am I going to be almost having like a bird's eye view of the stadium? Let's have a look what this looks like. Just for the sake of testing. Wow, really far away. We have got... My God, I can see the stadium at this point. Look at all the... I'm in the upper stands. I feel like I'm actually watching a game from from the upper stands here. Can we get in there, boys? No. Wow, they'd make it a little bit of a breakthrough. I also can't tackle this dude. Interesting. I'm certainly impressing to tackle him then, and he was just sort of running through my players. In fact, I honestly think he ran through my blonde guy here. He did. He literally... he quite literally ran through him. That's why I couldn't feel like I could get a tackle in there. He literally is like a ghost. Come on, boys, get in there. Interestingly, we've also lost all of the UI in the game. We don't have the scoreboard. We don't have the time anymore in this field of view. I don't know why that would be a thing. Let me move this back in because it's just going to annoy me more than anything. Let me move it in slightly more than I maybe normally would want to. Just have a better view from down here. And then we get the UI back. So for some reason, field of view from far away ruins the UI. Don't know why, but maybe this is a little bit close from where I'd want to play. Might want to have a slightly further away stance when I sort of play online, but it's good to get that testing and sort of get a feel for how you want your setup to be. We get in there for an interception, doesn't look like it. Oh, we can punish that one, surely. Great turnover. There we go, and we're away. Making that break, there's no one in that backfield. Oh, couldn't quite get a good kick. Hopefully we get the endless bounce. Ball again. Let's take him down. Rush in, boys. Punish him. Punish him. One more. Anyone. My God, it took forever to get my guys in the ruck still, which is such a shame that the rucking is still kind of feels so slow to get your guys in. It doesn't really feel like you can punish them from a position like that. Right, we're on the breakdown here. I can't see. Yeah, I still don't know if I like this setting. It's still a bit too in there for me. So we worked out this is further away. Let's sort of go a little bit beyond middle. That might feel a little bit better. We've got a guy like injured in that far left-hand corner. I don't know if that was just on screen for you guys to be able to see. Oh, can we target the wing? Oh, here we go for one more. There was a guy like lying on the ground. I don't know if that was meant to be an injury or if because he was off camera that he got like lost in the translation of the game because he wasn't on screen. I don't know. I do find it so weird that the camera guy ends up directly in front of the kicker. We'll slot that one through with a bit of ease. There is some noise in this stadium. The actual stadium's not as volume as we've heard in some of the other stadiums as well, which is a bit of a shame. We've genuinely tested almost everything out along the way. There's not. We've done the offside lines. We've been able to turn them on and off. The field of view sliders we've had a big mess around with. We haven't been able to test the online, which is such a shame. There's just nobody playing. Wow, what a pass! I mean, there we are. My guy still stops after kicking the ball, which is very odd. It feels like you lose so much momentum from trying to get a kick over the over the top. We'll go for one of my patented strike runs to see if what's changed. Yeah, I can't choose. I cannot select people at the lineouts. I can now choose this one, though, which is fine. Okay, there we go. Strike run, on the go, bang. Hit that gap. Wait for that one little pass on the outside, and away we go. One more. Get it out to the wing. Oh, he's unstoppable from those lineouts once he gets going. So the lineouts still feel exactly the same as they have done across the A5. They haven't mixed that up at all. That sort of strike run off the back of a 7-person lineout or something, it just guarantees a try. It is so hard for the AI to stop that. You have to really mess up. Oh, this one feels different. Is this because we've scored out on the corner, maybe? We are right up on this guy's ball. Which cannot be comfortable. We're taking pictures of his toes at this point. Let's just go. Actually, I have no idea if that went in. I started looking away as I did the end. Did it just about curl in? Yes, it did. Okay. Lucardi, 5 from 5. 35 to 7 on the hardest difficulty. The game stability, we haven't had any crashes. We haven't had any issues as of yet, which is nice. Few frame rate drops is a thing. Want to get on with the ball, number 10? Thank you. Improved UI. There's certainly some changes have been made. I mean, I kind of like the idea of the first and second on the scoreboard now. I do think that scoreboard has looked much cleaner than when it first started in Early Access 1. I do like the look of the scoreboard now. The main menu system, I'll still wait to see how I feel about that. I do like the smoky background on some of the settings menus and stuff. But like the players in the blue light, I'll have a bit of a think about what I think about that. Yeah, we're taking back again. We're always taking it back. Oh wow, he managed to track us down from there. That was a great run by there. Can we get one more? Seal out the video with a big one. Let's sort of go for one more pop pass. Oh, can't quite hit that middle gap. Might go with my scrum half real quick, do I reckon? Oh. Running around. There we go. Do the tactic that always works against the AI. Just running across the field. Come on, 14. Get in there. Don't know why my right winger is the guy to get to this ruck on the left-hand wing. Right, hit the gap through the middle. Here we go. Bit of slaloming. Who's going to get through? I do kind of like the tilt. The tilt on the players running does make it feel a little bit more realistic, which is nice. On the side. Still no set plays. We still haven't seen any updates to like the laws and stuff. No knock-ons yet. I don't think we've had like an offside or anything. Any high tackles. Here we go. Charging ground, little sidestep. Oh, I can't quite get... I really want to land one of the sidesteps. I have had a couple of the handoffs work. I think handoffs are like backwards on the analog stick. They are pretty tricky to pull off, though. I don't quite understand the timing of when you're meant to do them. Sometimes the players... There we go. There was a handoff. Charging through. Yeah, it's like backwards on the analog stick. I'm just not sure when to press it. There's no sort of timing on it. It doesn't sort of give you an indicator. Sometimes that little marker underneath your player will turn red. That time it worked for us. We'll get a nice little visual here of a handoff, hopefully. Here he goes. Bang! Sit down, boy! We're on the charge, USA. Got it down. And that will seal out the game. 85th minute. Again, we're going to be right up on this guy. I should have maybe done the different kicking dynamic things to see something different. Have we really seen that many different cinematics, though? I don't think I've seen some different cinematics that like outright jump out at me. From this one, anything different at the end here? They're not all sort of walking around shaking hands and stuff. We're all just walking off. Okay, this actually does look a bit different. Because normally they're all shaking hands. We get the pictures of like crowds in the stands and stuff. George just looked really unhappy. Wow. And some new music kicking in. Right at the end of the game there. Wasn't ready for that one. No idea if this is copyright, so let's press exit. But looks like they've got some new music in as well. That's not in the patch notes. Just had another look to see if anyone was online right at the end then. And nobody's playing online. So there will be a separate video on the channel. I'll try and reach out to some of the guys on Discord and see if we can arrange to actually sit down and play a game together. There'll be a second video on the channel showcasing online specifically. Because at the minute there's just nobody playing online, so I can't test that one out for you. But we'll go over the patch notes for this update, see what we think so far. So, first pass at online quick match. Big X, just because nobody's playing. So, don't know what you can do. Again, this was maybe one of the issues that came with the idea of having the early access available behind a paywall. This is the problem. You have to buy the game to play the early access, as opposed to, like, the early access is available, and you could just sort of play it as and then. You just end up cutting down the amount of players it's available to. A lot of people have seen my videos or just seen other people's videos on YouTube and stuff and gone, I don't really want to spend that money yet until it's in a better working condition. Not everyone wants to sit through the design process like I'm happy to do and test it out and give feedback on the FAQ. Some people just want to sit down after a day of work and casually play a game, and if it's not up to their standard, they're not spending the money, which means not as many people own the game to play online at the minute, which is a shame. So at the minute, that's nothing, but like I said, we'll try and arrange a separate video for that, so keep an eye out for the channel. Make sure you hit subscribe so you know when that video comes out. Adjusted the camera field of view slider thing. I like it. I like that it's an option. Loads of different, variables there, and I'm sure lots of different people want to play in lots of different ways. Was the extreme low-down side-on camera something I can see anyone using? No. I think it's a fun challenge to just put yourself in that world and see if you can try and get a try like I managed to. I can't see somebody playing with it in that sort of extreme setting. But trying to find your balance on both sets of cameras, whether you're playing from that side-on camera, and I messed about with a bit of the height, or playing with the end-on camera, is something very useful. I honestly would like to see, for online matches, that slider be locked to a certain position, because I genuinely think the behind-the-player camera with the large field of view is, like, a disproportionately unfair ability to see the entire field and organise kicks compared to someone playing on a side camera. I don't know how they're going to do online. I think Rugby 22 had it that you could play either way. I'm sure when I played Bears Gamer, I was doing side camera, he was doing end-on camera. So it can work in conjunction with each other. It's much harder to play the game side camera than it is end-on. So if you just want to find the game easy, you'll probably play with the end-on camera to be able to run round players, see the gap, see the backfield coverage. I like to play side camera, but I can definitely see there being an online advantage to playing side camera with a large field of view. So I wouldn't mind if they maybe lock that down purely for online, so that you don't give that advantage to one set of players. Otherwise, I feel like it's going to be the meta play online to have a wide field of view behind the players and you can just see the entire pitch. Only issue is that UI disappearing on the highest FOV. I don't know why that does that. Added the offside line options to disable. Yes, that's something I actually wanted to check. So we know we can disable the offside indicators and the offside lines. You can't. Academy changes. I don't know what that means. Disable the online will mean that only on-disc players will be used. Okay. Announcement. Game is coming out on disc. Will not just be online. We have discovered something. Yeah, so... Okay, no, we don't want to do that. So you can turn off the indicators and the lines, but you can't turn off the rucking bar, which still at this point doesn't mean a lot to me when sort of playing the game. I genuinely don't know what the bar does to me, because it's still just a numbers game at ruck, so nothing much getting out of that. I would like to be able to turn that off as well, but there's not an option for that currently. But there are now options to turn off the offside lines, which is probably one of the bigger things that was on screen that were bothering people, which is nice, so you can have that option. Improve lineouts. Lineouts, yes, have just been improved across the board. You can now hit every jumper. You can go for mauls. You can go for the passing option. The only issue I was having is I couldn't select how many players at the lineout. It just always was 7 no matter what I pressed, and if I tried to press another one, my input got delayed to then be the throw, and it would throw on my behalf, and it would like force me to do a more, which isn't something I was aiming for. But lineouts are now working again. Was a huge issue during the last update to just not really have that much fun at lineouts, because the AI would always win theirs. You would always win yours, but you could also only do front and back, so I'm glad that's been improved. Improved animation. Further gameplay animation has been added, both for gameplay animation and various cutscenes. We've seen both in this video. I like more cutscenes. I like different things like that. That walk on camera is the only thing I would maybe like to see different. I do find it kind of weird that the camera you have where the players run on the pitch, they're basically already on the pitch. I would like to see the camera see them coming out of the tunnel and then running onto the pitch, whereas currently they're already halfway on the pitch and the camera just sort of jumps to being in front of them. I would like to see them come out of the tunnel in every match to sort of feel like that was, a little bit more of a realistic sort of camera position. But yeah, we saw some different camera angles at the kicking conversions, moving around. Player animations, there's certainly like a tilt to the way the players are running, which is quite subtle, but does look better. It looks more realistic. Obviously, you want to take a sharp turn to the left, you're going to have to turn your body into it, and it does make them feel a lot less robotic, which I do like. Improved UI. The flow of the UI has been improved in some areas, changed to prepare for future features. Not a lot I can do about that. The sock height, I'll take their word on, because normally the game crashes whenever I try to do stuff with player creator. I just sort of messed up about. In terms of the general sort of, you know, graphical lamps, a lot more sort of smoky, a lot more blue in the background here. What do I think of these lights? I want to know your guys. Drop that down in the comments. What do you think of this sort of new menu system? I feel like Gregory Aldrich's face looks better somehow. Like, I feel like they've done more enhancements maybe with the player photogrammetry. This sort of top-down blue light, yeah, it is something. I'm not quite sold on the blue light feature yet. I do think it makes it look slightly more arcadey. I guess what they're trying to do is, because, you know, lighting is obviously much better in this game than in previous rugby games, they've set up a spotlight so it creates shadows at different parts of the face and the shirt. You can see the ripples now in the Australian jersey where it's on there, rather than it looking like a painted on sort of kit. So I understand it. It does enhance stuff. You know what? I think it'll grow on me to be something I'll actually quite enjoy. At the minute, it feels like quite a jarring change from what I've done from the rest of Early Access 5. Maybe if you could just change the lighting colours. It's the blue that's sort of throwing me off. It's strange that it's blue. It feels quite cold. You know, choose your lighting setup. Maybe a slightly lighter, warmer, sort of yellowy light might be better to make it feel like they're being presented, as opposed to the sort of blue lights. I don't know. You know, I'm very, very picky at this point, right? If I'm choosing the color of lights in the main menu, I'm getting outrageously picky. But, you know, so it's, you know, for you guys to draw out in the comment section what you guys think of it as well. Because it does start to get quite dark as well now down near their sort of feet. So I'm glad they added the sort of whiter, lighter option around the socks. Because socks are dark, that you can at least still see the rest of the player's sort of body. And then the general stability improvements. No crashes today. A few frame rate issues dropping. You know, brand new patch. They'll probably do out little minor updates and stuff as they go throughout. But no crashes today. Has all looked pretty stable. I've been able to fly around the menu, mess about with the settings, pause, do stuff. The one unfortunate thing, not being able to find an online match. But like I said, guys, keep an eye out on the channel for that video, because there will be a separate video on the channel for online once I can try and arrange something with the guys on Discord, because at the minute nobody plays this game online, which is such a shame. But I hope you all enjoyed this one today, guys. Drop down in the comment section your thoughts on the updates, any of these little changes. I'm awfully sorry it couldn't be more about online. I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.